On newspaper headlines this morning, we'll be taking a look at the Guardian newspaper, Punch newspaper, and the Explainer. From the Guardian newspaper, let people eat first. Buhari's ex-aide Ahmed barks FG's rice waiver amid criticism. A former aide to ex-President Muhammadu Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, has defended the federal government's controversial decision to grant import waivers on food items such as rice, saying it is a necessary short-term measure to ease hunger in the face of economic hardship. Ahmed made the statement on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday in response to criticism from one Dr. Yakubu Sani Wadil, a renewable energy expert and founder of Arewa Mentorship Forum, who faulted the government's decision to waive import duties rather than support local farmers with subsidies and equipment. Seek permission to appoint aides, supervisors, Sanwo-Olu tells new council chairman. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu yesterday instructed the newly sworn-in council chairman and vice chairman not to appoint secretaries to the local council, aides or supervisor councillors until approval by the state government. He, however, said that they could appoint a chief of staff to enable them hit the ground running as they assume office. Sanwo-Olu, who spoke during the swearing-in ceremony of the chairman and vice chairman, said that their election and swearing-in signify a deeper call for selfless service. Again, Senate debunks rift, affirms unity among leaders. The Senate has dismissed reports of an alleged clash between its President Godswill Akpabio and the Senate leader Okoyemi Bamidele, describing the claims as baseless and a misrepresentation of standard parliamentary proceedings. This is not the first time reports of an alleged verbal exchange between the duo during an executive session have been debunked by the upper legislative chamber. So from The Guardian, court nullifies NYSC's skirt ban, declares decision unconstitutional, breach of rights. A federal high court in Abuja has declared as unconstitutional and a breach of fundamental rights to freedom of worship the National Youth Service Corps' refusal to allow female corps members to wear skirts in observance of their religious beliefs. Justice Hawa Joseph Yowa held that the Corps' enforcement of trousers as the only acceptable uniform for female participants violated their constitutionally guaranteed rights to freedom of religion and human dignity. La Cepa sensitizes residents in flood-prone areas against cholera. In its unwavering commitment to combating a possible cholera outbreak in Lagos State, especially in flood-prone areas, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, La Cepa, in collaboration with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, and the government of Japan, has sensitized informal food and water vendors as well as waste workers in the state. The event held at the Lagos City Centre, Surah, Lagos Island, is part of the UNIDO Project 240236 themed emergency capacity building of informal food and water vendors and waste workers in flood-affected Lagos to combat cholera outbreaks. Pensioners to be registered on NHIS next year. In a push to improve healthcare access for retired Nigerians, the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, has revealed plans to enroll its pensioners into the National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS, next year. The move is part of broader efforts to enhance the welfare of senior citizens and expand pension reforms. The initiative, developed in collaboration with the National Health Insurance Authority, was announced in Lagos during the 2024-2025 yearly general meeting of the National Association of Insurance and Pension Editors. A bit of sports. Mission X. Abuja residents welcome glorious Falcons AFCON trophy today. Residents of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja and environs will have a rare view of the Women Africa Cup of Nations trophy the most coveted diadem in African women's football when the Super Falcons arrive in Nigeria. The victorious contingent is scheduled to touch down at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport by noon on Monday, just today, and the Nigeria Football Federation is making arrangements to have the team move to the presidential villa in an open-roof bus along a populated district with the iconic trophy in view for onlookers. From the Punch newspaper, fuel war brews as Dangote presses Tinubu to ban imports. The president of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has asked President Bola Tinubu to include refined petroleum products in the list of items banned under the Nigeria First policy of the federal government. But this was unanimously rejected by oil marketers and some industry analysts on Sunday. The Nigeria First policy seeks to ban government agencies from importing goods that can be produced within Nigeria. Nigeria not immune to earthquakes, scientist warns. A scientist based in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Aniete Ikot, has warned that Nigeria may soon experience a devastating earthquake and other climate change-induced disasters. Speaking in Uyo on Saturday, Ikot faulted the claim that Nigeria does not lie within the seismic zone, saying that the country was not immune to earthquakes. NDLEA arrests Chinese businessman with drugs in Lagos. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has disclosed that its operatives arrested a Chinese national, Liang Takyu, with 50 parcels of loud upon his arrival at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos State. The agency, in a statement on Sunday by its Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, noted that Liang was arrested on Friday after arriving in Nigeria from Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. And lastly, from the Explainer, new tax acts exempt 97% of informal sector operators. Chairman, Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, disclosed on Monday in Lagos that a whole lot of 97% of informal sector operators have been exempted from tax payment, making only 3% of the sector eligible to pay. Speaking at the PricewaterhouseCoopers Executive Summit on the ongoing tax reforms with the theme, The New Tax Era, What Nigeria's Tax Reform Means to Individuals and Businesses. Oyedele said the Nigerian case is not an exemption, as only 1% in other climes pay higher taxes than the remaining 99% who occupy the bottom rung of the ladder. And that's it. You can pick up a copy of any of the daily go online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.